Say good morning, everybody. I'm on here doing a live, y'all. Good morning. Over here just hanging out with my grandkids, babysitting. Spring break. So I'm at my daughter's house, babysitting. Looking at Noah's Mr. T's. That's his Russian tortoise. That's my grandson's hydroponic for his Russian tortoise. He growing collard greens, y'all. So he's growing collard greens for his Russian tortoise, his turtle. Well, he says it's a tortoise. He always corrects me. Grandma, it's not a turtle, it's a tortoise. So I better get it right. He's asleep. So anyway, I just want to come on here and say happy Friday. I know I've been on here a couple of times this week, y'all. I didn't broke my fast. I'm supposed to be fasting out for social media. Well, not fasting, just cutting down. But it's growing season, so I thought I'd come on here a couple of times this week. Maybe a couple of one time next week, because now it's just the process of me getting everything to grow. Trial and error, getting everything to grow, and just waiting to get outside and put myself in the ground. So anyway, because most of my stuff is, my beds are clean and they're filled. I got my little bed to fill, and I have just my little side area where I grow. I got to put some dirt down over there, and I'm going to put some around the mailbox, but I'll wait till next month to that. That ain't no rush. But my most important thing, my green stalk and Brianna's green stalk. I don't work on the green stalks until April anyway, so won't be doing anything to those until next month. I am excited to get Brianna's green stalks up and get her growing vertically. I think it'll be good for her. So I'm excited about setting up her 2 green stalks in the backyard, in her backyard. So I'm excited about that because I think it'll be better for her, and I think it will be better for my grandson as far as, because once we plant it, soil it, plant it. The hardest part when you buy them is they're expensive. Well, 2 hardest part. They're expensive and the dirt is expensive. But once you get the system, get them going, they're great. I love them. I love mine. I just don't have no space to put another one. But it would be better for her because she does have a small garden bed on the side of the house, because we've tried bag. For her, she's tried bag. I've tried setting up bags for her. And even though, now, one thing about her side of the house, we can't grow potatoes, y'all. They don't get big, but we can't grow some potatoes and sweet potatoes. We have done that. So I'm probably going to put a bag, a potato bag. I'm thinking about converting and trying to grow a bag. I've seen a new thing where you can grow them in a laundry hamper. So I might try to do that instead. Just to test to see if it, how it turns out. Because I know I can grow bags, potatoes. I've done that. Even though we don't get a lot and they don't get huge or big, we do get them. So anyway, the reason I came on today is, for those that want to start gardening, a lot of people are jumping into it this year because of the prediction of the price prediction, the economy prediction, the shortage of certain things, and the quality of certain things. A lot of people this year, I noticed on YouTube, and that's what I watch most, y'all. I don't really do a lot of Facebook watch it. No, I click on sometime, but not maybe once a day or every other day, or every couple of days. This is whose birthday I miss. But as far as scrolling, I don't really do that. But I love y'all. I told you I love my YouTube, y'all. That's my information TV. But what I've noticed on YouTube, that's where I watch a lot of, is that there are a lot of people that are jumping on gardening. It's a lot of gardeners that are starting this year, a lot. So I'm getting an influx of people that's coming on YouTube, that's popping up. A lot of them are gardeners starting out. They're starting their channels. They started for the first time, or they've been doing it for maybe a year or so, and they're enhancing it, and they're starting more. Or for those that are experienced, they're growing more and doing more things. But my suggestion to anyone, I'm not a professional. I'm new to the game. I've only been doing like this will be my third year. Yeah, my third year. I started with in-house plant growing, and then, I started with in-house plant growing. And then I went outside and started gardening and doing gardening stuff outside. So my suggestion to anyone that wants to start gardening, first of all, my first thing to anyone with the sign of the times, with the sign of the way the stores and our vegetables and things are looking in the stores, and our produce and our fresh goods, my first thing is to everyone that may hop on here for a second or may just pass me by, you need to start growing something. You need to start growing something. Whether it be some herbs, whether it be a vegetable, even if it's some flowers, you need to start growing something. You need to teach yourself how to grow something. I don't care even if it's a plant, y'all. You need to learn how to grow something. It is very, very important in this day and age and during this time that we start to learn how to grow things. Very important. Very, very important. Even if you just take one pot and stick it outside with a plant. Say if you don't want to grow food, you want to grow vegetables, or you don't want to grow herbs. Stick one plant outside and grow a flower or a plant. It could be small. It could be a small little pot or something. Just to teach yourself how to grow something. It is very prevalent during this time, not only because of what's going on in our country or what's going on in the world, it's what's going on in our environment. It is very important that you learn how to grow something. Our environment is our climate change is a mess. Our climate is a mess. We need to start putting stuff outside, growing stuff up, to enhance our environment. I keep preaching this. Not only for ourselves, this will not only help our environment, it's going to help you. Because if you grow something and put greenery back into the earth, it could give you more production. So it is very important, very, very important that I don't care if you say I ain't got no green thumbs, get a pot, go get a succulent. Go, if you don't want to grow no food, go get you a succulent or a snake plant. Can't kill snake plants. Snake plants even go to the moon, y'all. And the only person, Brian killed his. Because he looks like he's a vampire. So I had to go in there and save it before it died. But it didn't die all the way. He was hanging on. But he was still hanging in there. But he was on his last leg. So, and those, they put them in, and they ain't even been to the moon. So you get you a snake plant or something. Go something, y'all. Just try it. One thing. But anywho, let me get back to the gardening aspect. You're going to see a lot of people out here that are going to be gardening. You're going to see a lot of new people. You're going to see a lot of old people. You're going to see a lot of people say they pros. You're going to see some jump-ons that just want to be seen. I'm not one of them, but you're going to see a lot of people that's going to be popping on, because a lot of people with the economy and stuff like that, and like I said, our environment and our food production, and so a lot of people are going to start growing their own stuff. So you're going to see a lot of it. But I'm getting on here to tell you, I'm not a pro. I'm new to the game. I still consider myself new to the game. But my one advice when I first started, you have to, yes, you can watch a bunch of people. I think last month or the month before, I read off some people on YouTube that I enjoy watching and are very resourceful and very helpful to me, and has been helping me a lot, that I like to watch, that has been helping me a lot in my gardening journey. It doesn't mean that I don't watch other people. I do, because it is an abundance of information out there. But my suggestion, the reason I'm on here today is to tell you, you might get confused, because there is so much influx of people on social media now. explaining different techniques, give different ways to grow stuff, different things to buy, different soils. So they give you getting this all this influx of advice, and you gonna get confused. But my thing is, yes, it is. You do need instruction. It is good advice. It is good to get on, watch people, and get instruction and get ideas. It is very good. But the best way to learn how to grow something is to go get a pot of dirt. Go get a plant or some seeds and just stick it in that pot or stick it in the ground with that dirt and see how it goes. That's all I did. To experiment and just try it on your own and then work your way up as you go along. Because gardening is a learning experience. Growing stuff is a learning experience. It's not something that you say, okay, I got it and I'm done and I'm the best. No, even farmers, they have to do different techniques all the time. They have to learn new things all the time to enhance themselves when it comes to growing something. Because just like humans, that's nature. You never know what nature and how it's going to act or what it's going to do. So you have to learn how to adapt to that environment or to learn how to do things new ways, because you can't predict nature. You can't predict growth. So you have to continue to learn. So my thing is, start off basic. Start off with just, like I said, just getting you some seeds in a pot. And if you want to grow some vegetables or you want to grow some flowers or something, get you some seeds. Don't go out and buy, even if you want to get plants, get you one. Don't go out and buy a whole bunch of plants or flowers and you ain't never done it before. Start off with 1 or 2 pots. Then work your way up each year. And then study. Watch your YouTube videos. If you find something that you want to grow, Google it, read about it. There are a lot of books out with instructions. There are a lot of websites out here with instruction. And just study it and don't get bogged down into what one person says to do one way, one technique, and another person says do one technique one way. If you want to try that technique one way, try that technique. And if it don't work for you, okay, well, let me try this next person. Let me see what he's doing. Let me see if this will work for me. Try that. It's all about testing and trying and trying different ways until you get it to your satisfaction as to where you like it. But even with growing, you never grow something. You're never going to get it to your satisfaction. It's just a trial and error, an experiment, and a learning experience. So if you want to grow something, don't become it. You go on social media or you go on TikTok. Like I said, YouTube is my jam. Besides reading myself, YouTube is, and reading and finding out information myself, YouTube is my jam. But like I said, there are a lot of people on there right now, so you might get, it's going to be once you Google, type in gardening, you're going to see a whole bunch of people pop up. And you're going to probably get confused. And there are going to be so many different ways. But if you want to try one way, try it. But the first thing is you got to get that pot of dirt. You got to get that seed or you got to get that plant. And you have to do it yourself. Even if it dies, don't give up. I had a whole, look, I was just showing you guys last week some seed, the Jiffy Seed Mix tray that I bought. When I first got it, it was great. Great, great, great. Now, I've been growing in it for about a month and get my seedlings ready. Now, what I can tell you is my tomato plants and my cucumber plants, they popped up fantastically. Fantastically. Everything else was a flop. and some of my peppers, they're great. Everything else was a flop. So a lot of it molded and a lot of it just didn't germinate. And I get back on. What I did was I tried. I looked up different things and I watched different people and I tried different techniques and it's still molding. So I said, just skip it. I'm gonna just that whatever, because I think what it was I have a couple of calendulas that came up, and I just got another seed tray too, for some flowers. It looked like they're coming up, but I'm not. They're kind of, I don't know, they're iffy, but they look like they come, but they got white mold, and I'm trying to control that white moldiness on it. I think I got it, but I'm not sure. But yeah, and so I had to throw the seed tray away. Am I upset about it? No, because it's a learning. I'm learning. I learned. That's a learning experience. So now I know that if I decide to buy those Jiffy trays with the pods in them again, I know they're great on tomatoes. I know they're great on my cucumbers. I know they can germinate some of my peppers, but anything else, and a couple of I ain't doing. Now I got a couple, like I said, I got a couple of my calendulas that are coming up in there, which is good, but I ain't doing it. I'll stick, if I want to do it again, I'll stick with the tomatoes and the cucumbers. And then I was watching another gentleman. They were talking about. They said, those are the worst ones to grow in. But I went through on YouTube, and when I went through the comments, I read some of the comments on it, and one of the persons that I like to watch, and I read some of his comments. They was like, well, one person. Well, what I did was, they were in Germany. I just split the pod that it came in to loosen up the soil. It seems to be helping it grow better. Now, my cucumbers, I ain't doing that. So we just gonna go for what we know. If they don't germinate, but they look great. But if they don't continue to grow, what I always do is this: when I plant a seedling plant, I always pop a seed next to it. So if that doesn't germinate, hopefully my seed will come up. That's just something I do. But yeah. So that's what I mean, learning experience. So don't give up, y'all. Do not give up. Matter of fact, if you want some any family, I'm hoping to come to Chicago for Easter. If y'all want any cucumbers or tomatoes plants, I might have some for you if you want to try it. If I don't donate them all to Bree's job, I might have a couple of left if you want to. If you feel like you want to try it, I might have some cucumbers and some tomato plants left over, because I got quite a few of them that I don't need. But if not, Bree's job was they have a community garden. I just give it to them. They do whatever with they do whatever they want with them. But yeah, but if you want some, I'll be up by Chicago, and any family, y'all want some, I have 3 or 4. If you want, you can come get them. I'll be somewhere in Chicago, hopefully for Easter weekend. Not sure yet. It's up to Bree. But anyway, so don't give up. That's my suggestion is, if you're starting, it's going to be a lot of people out here, a lot. That's going to be, you're going to be in. Because for this year, there are a lot of people on YouTube and social media channels. There are a lot of new people that are starting to grow their own stuff. And that with the old gardeners, especially my southern gardeners that I watch, a lot of them got weather this year that they had never gotten before, like snow and freezing and ice. So they're trying to learn a whole new way, a system, because the way they grew before, they can't, it's different because they got the snow and the ice and the freezing cold. So they weren't able to do the same thing where they were able to, some of them were able to continuously grow. Oh, they were able, okay, I can start my garden in February or March. A lot of them are scaling back because they got that freezing and cold weather, so they're not able to do what they're normally used to. So they're learning a new technique also. And these are experienced people that have been doing it for years. And they were like, man, get out here, and I go in my greenhouse and all my crops are dying, or they freezing off, and they trying to figure out how to adjust their ceiling or adjusting their growth because of the climate, because they have got that freezing cold weather that we as northerners got that they're not used to. So that's another things. So they're even learning something different. So that's what I mean. Gardening is a whole different experience. It's a constant learning experience. You will not be able to grow things the same way. You will have changes. Like I just told you, a lot of the Southern gardeners that I watch or that I'm on their pages, a lot of them are like, man, what am I doing? They're out there putting heaters in their greenhouses, or they're trying to wrapping up their products, their seedlings, or they're starting stuff later and they don't know how the outcome of it will be because they're using starting stuff at a certain time. So it is an ever-changing experience. That's what I want to get on here to say. So do not give up. Don't give up. If you are new to the game and you are gardening game and you get out here and you say, oh my God, this is overwhelming. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to, I'm going on social media, or I'm going on YouTube and there's like thousands of people here or hundreds of people on here with all these different techniques. My suggestion to you is to start basic and learn your own technique and use and find you some people to watch, and just use that as a guideline, not as the base as how you want to grow, because everybody does not grow things the same way. Even though you're in the United States of America, every part of this country have different growing regions. So if you live in Illinois like me, and you see somebody in North Carolina or South Carolina or Texas, because I watch people, actually I watch people garden. When I watch videos, I watch people garden all around the world. It's not just the United States. I watch other countries too. Just to see how they're growing and how they do their gardens. Just to see how the other parts of the world grow their stuff. So don't get intimidated. Just start with the basic. Get you a pot of dirt, get you some seeds, and even if you just one thing, and you say I don't want to deal with seeds, go to the store, get you one plant, vegetable, herb. I said not one, get you two. Get you at least 2 plants, one vegetable and one herb, and start. And just learn, build yourself up, and as you go. But just start with at least 1 or 2 things, whether it be a vegetable, whether it be a herb, whether it be a flower, whether it be a plant. One thing, and get you 1 bag of dirt. Don't go get the expensive dirt, because you new to the game. Go get you some nice leaves, some nice dirt. I'm not a big fan of Miracle-Gro, but if that's what you have to start with, go get you some Miracle-Gro. And just start and work your way up. So I'm gonna get off of here about preaching about gardening. Like I said, if anybody wants any advice or anything like watching my videos, I'll be happy. You inbox me. I ain't the best. I'm learning, but we can learn together. I don't have a problem with us learning together, y'all. So, everybody have a good day. Be great. Be safe. Don't worry about tomorrow, y'all. Don't worry about yesterday. Focus on the day with the Lord is giving you peace and blessing. Let me show you now, this is the thing for me. For all you adult people out here. If my grandson is 10 years old. He just turned 10. If he can do this, let me show y'all. If he can do that, and this is for a turtle, y'all. I'm calling him turtle. He said Russian turtle. You know what these are? These are collard greens. If he could grow these collard greens for a pet, you most certainly can. And he's doing it hydroponically. And if I take you outside on the side of the house where we still got the little garden bed up, he planted garlic last year. He has garlic and chives that are already starting to bloom. I would go outside, but I'm scared my grandbaby might lock me out. Maybe I have a video and let him show you. So, if a 10-year-old If a 8-year-old and if a 4-year-old can plant some seeds, you surely can plant some yourself. You should not be intimidated. My 4-year-old granddaughter, that Jiffy seedling tray, that the large one that I was talking to you about the tomatoes and the cucumbers are growing, but everything else is kaput. She seeded all of those herself, and she's only 4 years old. So surely, if a 4-year-old can do this, if a 10-year-old can go and grow stuff, not only outside, inside, my 10-year-old knows how to grow outside. He knows how to plant inside. He knows how to start seedlings. He knows how to mix soil. And he knows how to plant a garden. So if a 10-year, and even my 8-year-old, because the first year that I started gardening, I had my 8-year-old and my 10-year-old, I made them mix soil so they can learn how to mix soil. So my 10-year-old is my personal guardian. My 8-year-old, he do white bacon. We finna pull him off of that. Bacon is too expensive. So, but he knows how to do it. So if these little children that age can be taught to do that, you surely can go get one bag of dirt, one pot, one pack of seeds, or one plant and grow it yourself. You all be blessed. Have a good day. Bye. Happy birthday and happy all to everyone too. Bye.